So I wanted to give you just a little more history of our profession to talk about the significance of these different events. So the Commission on Accreditation for Physical Therapy Education is important because they are the agency that keep our doors open. You cannot have a PTA or a PT program in the United States without having the Commission of Accreditation for PT Education, which is part of, affiliated with the APTA, this independent group, but they are affiliated with the APTA, who accredit our programs and keep our doors open. Without accreditation, we could not license PTAs or graduate PTAs. Talked about this last week, about the demographics of PTAs, how that's somewhat changing, how the Balanced Budget Act of the 1990s really affected employment of PTAs, and actually how it reduced the number of PTAs and PTs that are used in skilled nursing facilities. That happened in the 90s, and we're still dealing with the impact of that. The affiliate membership of the APTA is directing you towards what you saw in your readings, that before there was no mechanism for PTAs to be involved with the APTA. It was for PTs only. But now there's a full vote, so a PTA has the equal vote in the APTA as a PT, but that is designated by the chapter. In Oregon, for example, a PTA has one full vote equal to a PT. It used to be half a vote, so you can imagine how problematic that was, and how that was seen as non-fair by PTA members. But that has changed, which is really great, thanks to the work of PTAs in Oregon. And I'm very happy to be a part of that process. We're younger in terms of PTA programs. Our first program was in '67. The first graduating class was in 1969. So we really are only 50 years old as PTAs in terms of our utilization and our being licensed and providing care in the United States. We're seeing growth in PTA programs in the 80s and 90s, and have seen another uptick in PTA programs in the last 10 years. That there is career advancement opportunities now for PTAs that you will read about. The Advanced Proficiency Pathway in particular is a strong certification and designation for the PTA in specific practice areas of practice. And our conversations that we've had even last week about the bachelor's degree option for PTAs and how that's increasingly being discussed nationally. And there's some updates here as well, just some statistics that are we're seeing in terms of more male PTAs, students, and new graduates compared to 10, 20 years ago. And I think that's significant. I think it's a good thing to have more equal representation of gender within our profession, PTs and OTs. So we'll talk more about Chapter 4 in just a minute.